G'day guys, Morezy here. Welcome back to Morezy Plays Minecraft, episode 33. And don't worry guys, this looks a lot worse than it is. I'm not going to blow everything all up, and especially not this way either. This is a waste. This is a big waste. But what I have been doing, as you can probably tell, is removing water. And it is fun. Well, not really. But yeah, I've just been using the TNT to remove some of the water here. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of area, probably a quarter done so far. And this part we started earlier, and I was playing around with the flying machines. I had a suggestion from Illy on the last video on how to make a flying machine to clear some water, and it did work. The one thing that had to be done though, I've actually used it here, you can see this is the remnants. The one thing that had to be done is you had to have rails on either side, so solid rails like this on either side for it to work, and that's probably why my flying machines weren't working in the last episode. Now it does work, that's for sure, but I decided I'll just stick with some TNT for the moment, just because it's a bit more, I don't know, a bit more mind numbing, and I can just sort of get rid of it pretty easily. So I made a couple stacks of TNT. And this is why I like using TNT. I was going to use sand, but with TNT, it's extremely easy to break. And what that means is I don't have to worry about repairing my shovel all the time. So to do that tiny little area just there, I pretty much went through a whole shovel. Whole efficiency for Unbreaking 3 shovel. And this is the repaired version of it now. But by using TNT, I can just punch it all away, and it's just as fast as using a shovel. The only thing is there is some inherent risk while using TNT. If there's a creeper or a stray redstone signal, I'm in big trouble. But so far so good, and yeah, it just makes it a little bit quicker than just using sand. I mean, you could probably do it about as fast as using sand. Yeah, sand breaks about the same, but yeah, it just saves durability and a few other things, so that is why we're using TNT here. And eventually I'd like to get rid of all this water, and we will be using the TNT. We're probably going to use it to blast through some of this dirt, I would imagine, because dirt is quite susceptible to TNT. But we'll be doing that later when we've got a nice open area to do it in. Oh, it sounds like I've left the music on. Sometimes I just put the music on just to play with, just to have a bit of background noise. So that is where we're up to. Next, let's have a look what I've been doing downstairs. So let's go down there, and down here. Oh, I landed on top of the torch. I didn't know you could do that. And I'm actually standing on the torch. Look at that. Okay, it's interesting. Let's see what happens. Oh, flashing lights. Can I jump? No, I can't jump on the torch. But I can stand on it. That is very interesting. Oh, I might take a screenshot of that. Okay, well, let's see. So this is what I have been doing. I've dug out, oh look at all this area I've dug out, and I've done that by using my haste 2 beacon and just running along the bottom, and this is just as satisfying as it looks. Oh, that's good fun. And yeah, just coming back through, picking up all the loose blocks. It doesn't get everything in the ceiling, but it goes pretty close. So I've actually dug away a fair bit already. Oh, there's a skeleton with some armor there. So yeah, that's how I've been doing that. These endermen are still living sometimes. Let's get rid of that. Oops, and that. Is there another skeleton here somewhere I can hear? Must be around up here. Oh, somewhere nearby. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to get this thing... Oh, there it is. Where did you come from? Been trying to get this thing sort of dug out for the falling too. Interesting. I barely made a dent in my gunpowder supplies, making all that TNT, so that is good too. But I'm going to get back to doing some more water removing, and we'll come back in just a bit. Okay guys, are you ready? Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's beautiful. All the water is gone. Look at this. This is a really deep spot over here. That took ages. A very long time. Short little split second for you guys, but a very long time for me. Die. And yeah, that's probably about maybe about 4 or 5 hours worth of work doing this. Maybe even a little bit more actually. I did end up taking up a couple of flights with a flying machine to do some of this more flat stuff, and when it got over to this side it got quite a bit more difficult, and so I ended up just using all this TNT here. I made some extra TNT and just ended up doing that. So the next thing to do is to start getting rid of some of this bulk, and what I had planned, I just thought we would try it here. Let me go get a flint and steel. Hopefully there's one here. There's a flint. Let's go down and take a look. Now the other good thing about being here is while I'm digging, the mob system is just pumping away, getting really full. So I've been filling that up regularly. Ooh, got a few little extra bits and pieces here. You can see I am back up to about half of my gunpowder. I used a whole bunch of gunpowder just to make some extra TNT here. So we should be doing pretty well with TNT, I think. Right, flint and steel, perfect. Let's see what happens here. So, this is the plan. Now, you might recall, guys, I told you once before that on one of my old worlds, which I actually showed in a video, I think it was one of my first nether portal videos, it was a 75 diameter circle that I dug out. This is actually, what, a tiny bit bigger, I think? Yeah, this is a tiny bit bigger than that. And I dug it out all the way to bedrock, mostly by hand. But what I plan to do here is use some TNT to speed things along. Now, my idea here is TNT probably starts here. And let's see, hopefully I have enough blocks here. And we're just going to dig right down till we get down to about, well, not that far, but it's good to know that's how far away it is. So let's do this, and where are we? Where's that hole? There it is. Okay, so how we're going to run this is we're going to do a grid system, and the grid system is going to be TNT. So I'm going to go TNT and then a block, TNT block, TNT block, TNT block, all the way up, so on and so forth. And I'm hoping this will perform as well as it did when I first tried this. And it might just about... Actually, I think the top one you've got to do 2 TNT on top of each other, like that. And let's just have a little demonstration here to see what happens. So how much did that take? That took, yeah, a couple. So I'm going to need more TNT to finish this off, but let's just see what happens here. Oh, the water's causing issues. Yeah, the water is causing issues. I didn't expect it to blow up this part, so that's not very good. But let's see the damage that it's made here. Let's block this up so that the water doesn't get completely in the way. Okay, so made a pretty big hole here, and then it looks like the water prevented it from going any further. But if we do a whole bunch of these in a bit of a sequence, that blew out a fair chunk of land. I reckon we could probably get a good amount of this done That one. Yeah, you need two. This is how it sort of works, though. It sort of blows out a 3x3 area. Let's go up here. Blows out a 3x3 area in solid stone. Yeah, and it's lost the chain effect now. See, by having it sort of two on top of each other like that, it actually creates a bit of a chain effect, which doesn't sort of work now. Whoa, hey, oops. Uh-oh. Oh, that could have been dangerous. And there's the bottom. So we blew through there pretty easily, and then it would just be a matter of going around cleaning up all these little bits with my my efficiency 5 pick, which is somewhere. And that is the plan. And hopefully that will allow us to dig out a fair chunk of this area without taking too much time. It's still a little bit messy, but it'll work, I think. By the time you put 3 together, it should be okay. Alright guys, so I thought we might try a couple of these little TNT towers chained together, and I've just taken the beacon block out because one of them's a little bit close to the beacon and I really don't want to explode my only beacon. So I'm just going to sleep off the rain and the night here, and then we're going to take a look at some of the power that this thing should have. So what I've done is I've spaced out the TNT sections by 3 blocks. So there's a column of TNT, then 3 blocks, then a column of TNT, and I've done that 6 times. So hopefully it should be a good demonstration. Looking forward to this. Hopefully it'll work. And so far I've used about 1 stack of TNT. Not quite a whole stack, but nearly. So I have tried different configurations before with 2 blocks between each bit of TNT, but it sort of doesn't drive itself. You've got to constantly trigger it, and if you've got a flame bow, that's fine, but otherwise I like it to be pretty automatic. And I'll tell you what, since I've cleaned out the water, this thing is just collecting Endermen like crazy. They'll obviously fall through the water and teleport. Whoa, oops. And they'll teleport out here to the ground, so I'll be looking forward to fixing that so that they can't do that. Not sure how exactly yet, but I'll fix it. Alright, here we go. So, here's my little cells. We've got, I started digging here and I ran into the beacon, so I thought I might stop. Got one there, we've got one there, one there, one there, and, oh, I don't have 6. I got 5. Okay. 5 will do. So let's try this, shall we? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh, that was a bit of a non-event. Did blow apart a piece of my gold thing though. Oh, well, I'll have to fix that. But that is quite an impressive hole so far. Very good. Let's do a little bit more, shall we? Ah, this is gonna be like this again, isn't it? We might have to start these off again. Let's try this. Do this. Oh, oh. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, if your chain screws up, then it sort of stops. I kind of don't need to do those bits there, I guess. But oh, blew out the floor a little bit too. That's pretty good, I would say. It's actually not too bad. By the time I get my efficiency 5 pick out here as well, I think that'll be all good. Alright, so that is the plan for a bulk of this. I will be digging out parts of it with my efficiency 5 pick as well, but that is sort of the idea. Now I have to be careful because all these little blocks that I've left are going to be spawning spaces because all my dark spots are all lit up, so this will be crawling with mobs when it gets dark. That's okay though, we'll deal with them. I might even have to make a little safe room of some description up here. See, the Endermen, they just... yeah. They're pretty much one-hit kills when they're down here, though. Or 2 or 3. Yeah. But that's not too bad, though. Alright, so that's the TNT blasting technique that I'm going to be using. Okay, guys. Well, we've got ourselves an issue here. Now, I've had this thing operating for, well, a while, maybe a couple months now. Am I going to die? No. Okay, good. Yeah, had this operating for a couple months, and this is the first time I've ever seen this happen. Let's, how am I going to do this? Oh. There is a whole bunch of mobs in there, and if I can do this, we can see that my villager has been transformed into a zombie. And like I said, that is the first time I've seen that happen. I'm not sure how that's happened. Possibly what's gone on there is baby zombie has managed to get up onto that level, which it's possible. But I'm going to try and fix this. And there's a lot of witches. I just got a potion thrown at me. But this is where this little button comes in handy. Because I should be able to sort of spam this a little bit and get them to drop. Although maybe I can't. Maybe what I need here is actually a... yeah, I think I might need a lever instead. A lever here and a lever on the other side. So, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I just noticed that the floor kept shifting. And then all of a sudden it just wasn't working anymore. So, that is what's happening. There's got to be probably, yeah, 36 to about 36 mobs there. Let's break through the wall here. Just, that'll be easier. Okay, so let's see. How are we going to fix this? I might get some sticks, I think. And we've got some... where's some sticks? Probably down in the hole here. Oh, no more... not many ender pearls left. Let's go down here and take a look. Alright. Let's get some sticks and we'll see if this will work. I'm guessing it will. And we'll go up here. There's one way to get up, I guess. If my aim's any good, which it isn't. Uh-oh, I'm going to die here. Oh, half a heart. Oh, man. There goes all my ender pearls too, right? Yep. Okay, let's go basic here for a minute. And we'll just pillar up. So, I'll have to investigate how and why that happened. But... it's never happened before, and in all the testing I've done it didn't actually happen, so not too sure on that one. Just one of those things, a rare occurrence. I did actually see a situation there before where an Enderman had made his way onto the tripwire and it was running constantly. What blew up here? But I've never actually seen... see... that's weird. Now it's... those guys actually made it through. Obviously still got to get up and check out what's going on there. Now, I'm hoping that if I get back quickly enough, I can change that zombie back into a villager. But it's possible that he'll be despawned by the time I get back there. So let me get a few things together and we'll try and fix this situation. Okay guys, here we go. So I'm on my way back. I've got myself a golden apple and a weakness potion. And I've got my sticks ready to make some levers. Now let's jump up there. We will turn off the mob system at the top. Hopefully. Let's just break through here. Oh man. Okay, hang on. There we go. Let's turn this off. Still haven't set up the wiring for this, but still. It still looks really cool when it lights up there. Looks really awesome, I think. Cool. That'll look good from a distance when we get it all wireless. There we go. Alright, let's jump down and take a look at what's happening here. Which one was it? This one? Okay, there's still heaps of those guys in there. The one thing I don't want to happen... it's too late. We've already got... the snowman's dead. Okay, yeah, the one thing I don't want to happen is a creeper to get shot by something and end up blowing up my trap, because that would be bad news. Right, if we put a lever there, and let's run around this side. Let's see how bad the damage is here. Yeah, there's quite a few guys in there. And if we run around here, there we go. And we put another lever there. We can flick that on. And we can flick this one on. There we go. Now, it's not ideal, but that will... well, let me turn that down a little bit. It's not ideal, but that will run, and that'll make all the guys fall down themselves while I fix the inside here. So it means I won't get any witch spawns there, but that's okay. That one's still okay. So I need to get a villager all the way up here, which is going to be tricky. But that's okay. We'll try and do that. I might try and do it now. I'm not too sure yet. This is okay the way it is. It just means that my efficiency has been reduced a bit. I might just go inspect the other side just to make sure that there's no damage over the other side. Actually, I wonder if I can see why it's broken. It probably got activated by a baby zombie, I reckon. And the villager probably got turned by a baby zombie. That would be the only way I could tell, I think. Oh well. I'm going to leave it like that for a little while and keep placing my TNT here, and we might come back and try and fix that a little bit later. Alright, well those repairs seem to be working okay. Obviously there is a little bit less spawning happening over there. But as you can see, I've been busy and placed about all of my TNT. So I'm not even sure how many stacks that was. It was probably about 10 stacks of TNT. So we've got almost not quite half of this area ready to go. So I thought it would be fun if we try and do this and see if any of this actually chains at all. I'm hoping this will chain if I do it like here. And then I've got an ender pearl. I want to try and jump over there again, which may or may not work. Alright, let's... in fact, maybe I'll go up through here. Yeah, so... that's where I started, and that's where I finished over the other side. Actually, it's probably better if I start from here, I guess, isn't it? Let's do... if I had a flame bow, I'd be okay. Actually, that's a point. Let's try a flame bow. Alright, flame bow, ho! We've got it. So, next thing is to see if I can actually nail this shot. So that white pillar is that middle piece of TNT that I was standing at before, and I'm going to try really hard to actually set that off with this flame bow. Now hopefully it doesn't take too many tries, and hopefully it ends up chaining all the way through. I really don't know if it will or not, so we'll have to see how that goes. But let me try and shoot this thing and we'll see how it happens. No. Ah, oh, so close. I can still do it. Got it. I nailed it. Alright. Oh man. Oh man. Awesome. Wow. That was awesome. Oh, look at the mess I've made. Oh man. Well, it's time to probably start cleaning up some of this mess. Ah, there's still a few bits that haven't gone off as well. But that looks a lot different than it did before. What are you doing over there, guy? That's pretty much awesome, though. Oh, man. Terrible shot. Terrible shot. Wow, I'm really happy with the result there. Really starting to get a good feel of the scale of this thing. Ooh. That's a bad place for things to blow up. Oh, man. It blew up a bunch of stuff. I better put down some chests and get some of this stuff put away before it all despawns. Okay, so there's just a couple of problems here. I pretty much blew up half of my glasswork here, and also it looks like half of my mob system. I really thought I wasn't close enough to do that, but it looks like I was absolutely close enough to do that. Oh man. Oh well, that's going to be a lot of work to fix. Probably more work than it would have been just to dig all this out by hand. Oh well, it was still fun. Oops. Alright guys, well, it's quite clear to me now that this is going to take a bit of work to fix here. But I have done a fair bit of work already. I just want to get some of this stuff back. I've done a fair bit of work already trying to clear out what we had. And I think it's going pretty well. Let's make sure we get all the things. But what I need to do now is I need to go and get some gold and some XP and repair some tools. So my pick is almost broken. My shovel's halfway. My armor is almost broken. And my sword is halfway as well. Lots of mobs spawn here at night time. Lots and lots of mobs. So, but this is where we're at the moment. I think it's looking better than it was when I blew it all up. Let's see. Can we actually jump up and take a little look? And let's see. Hopefully I don't fall down to my death. Oh, that scared me. Yeah, so it's actually looking quite a bit clearer. It's still very messy, yes, but it is quite a bit more clear. Now that's a good way to get rid of a bulk amount of blocks. The trouble is, I think for the speed that you have... Look at all those witches, wow. For the speed that you have, getting rid of all the blocks, I think you lose that speed when you have to clean them all up. So what I thought I might do is on the other half, I might just try using a pick. And just doing like my running system with the pick facing up in the air, and see how that goes. And if I space it all correctly, it should be okay as well. But yeah, you can see that they're already starting to spawn. So I think that's what we'll do for the other side. We might just go back to the old pick method, and maybe when I've got a little bit left and I just can't be bothered, we'll go back to that chain TNT, which I still think was really cool, even if it did create a bunch of work trying to clean this up. Well, it's been a while since I've been here, but I think I might finish this episode off with a little bit of XP, gold, and zombie flesh grinding. And hopefully this thing still works. I haven't been up here for a little while. But so far I think we've had a pretty productive episode. We've got a lot of stuff done in the big hole. And hopefully I'll have some more of it done very soon. Let's be a little bit friendly here. There we go. But yeah, that's about it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's a very destructive episode. Normally I have a bit of a constructive episode. Today's been destructive. But it is a lot of fun playing with TNT sometimes, and I do enjoy making big holes in the land. As long as they're neat and tidy though, and that one certainly isn't. So there's a little bit of work to be done there. But hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you again next time.